All right, everybody received a whiteboard, a marker, an eraser, and a map. So everybody has the same thing. Let's go ahead, we'll meet our 10 participants, introduce everybody, and then I'll go through the rules and then we'll get started. All right, first our fourth graders, Nella Robinson, so stand up or wave, and Daniel Schoenlab. Our fifth graders, Luke Niter and Ashton Proctor. Our sixth graders, Zoe Arcos and Nikki Sisson. Our seventh graders, Ben Niter and Tommy Olson. And our eighth graders, Sarah Crow and Josh Kearley. And now for the rules. Welcome to the Emmanuel Lutheran National Geographic B Finals Competition. A huge round of applause for all of our participants and for all those who reached today's finals across the country. So let's give everyone one more round of applause. Each year, the National Geographic B empowers 4 million students to be informed, curious, and knowledgeable global citizens. Today, we will determine our school champion, and that student will have the opportunity to advance to the next level of competition. The national champion wins a $50,000 scholarship from National Geographic and a prize trip. Before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone in the room to turn off your electronic devices. The audience may not record the school B in any form, and any activity that could be distracting to the contestants is not permitted. Today's competition will consist of a final round and a championship round. Final round questions will reduce the number of contestants to 2. These 2 finalists will then compete in the championship round. In the final round, a contestant is eliminated after answering 2 questions incorrectly. I will begin each series of questions with the same student. If this student has been eliminated, questioning will begin with the next available student. After each student on stage has responded to a question in a series, those who gave their second incorrect answer will be excused from the stage unless all are eliminated. If this happens, those students who gave their second incorrect answer during that series will continue to receive final round questions until 2 finalists and the third place winner are determined. If only one student remains after a series of questions, that student automatically becomes one of the finalists and will be asked no more questions until the finals. Those students who gave their second incorrect answer during that series will continue to receive questions until the second finalist and third place winner are determined. The procedures will change for the championship round. I will announce those procedures at that time. Other rules remain the same as those that were filed in the preliminary competition. As a reminder, you will have 15 seconds to answer, and you must give your answer before the time limit is up. You may interrupt the final competition only twice to have either a question repeated or a word spelled. Also remember to listen carefully to each question and use correct geographic terminology in your answers. For example, do not use Holland as a synonym for the country Netherlands, and do not use England for the country United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, as England is a political division. Give present-day names unless the question involves history, and other names would be correct in the context of the question. As the B is conducted in English, wherever possible, conventional English place names are used. Shortened forms of country names are acceptable as United Kingdom, Great Britain, or Britain for United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. You will not be penalized for inaccurate pronunciations or spellings so long as it can be determined that you know the correct answer. B questions follow the National Geographic Society's policy of recognizing Europe and Asia as 2 continents. Oceania is considered a region rather than a continent, and it will not be accepted as a correct answer for the continent of Australia. In addition, the National Geographic Society recognizes 4 oceans: Arctic, Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific. All information was current at the time the B questions were finalized in September. So all those rules. All right, and finally, the rulings of the judges are final. So good luck and God's blessings to everyone. The first set of questions is about the United States and will require oral answers. Each of you will answer a different question, and you will have 15 seconds to give your answer. So we will start with the microphone. All right, our first question for Nella. Name the U.S. state that is made up of two parts, commonly called the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula. If you know the answer, Nella, you can go ahead and say it.
California?
That is incorrect. The answer was Michigan. All right, question for Ben. Thomas Jefferson's home, Monticello, is located near the Blue Ridge Mountains in what state?
Massachusetts?
That is incorrect. The answer is Virginia. Tommy Olson, your question. Crater Lake, the deepest lake in the United States, is located in the Cascade Mountains in which western state?
Arizona?
That is incorrect. It's Oregon. Zoe. Santa Catalina, Santa Cruz, and San Nicolas are part of the Channel Islands, an archipelago off the coast of which state?
California?
That is correct. We will do applause at the end of each round. We'll just do it that way. All right, Luke Nider is next. Or Daniel, sorry. Daniel, your question. The Delmarva Peninsula includes parts of Delaware, Virginia, and which other states?
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts is incorrect. The answer is Maryland. Nikki, your question. The Alamo attracts many visitors to San Antonio, a city in which state?
Texas?
Texas is correct. Josh. Pamlico Sound borders Cape Hatteras National Seashore in which state?
Florida?
Incorrect. North Carolina. Now, Luke Nider. Cajuns are associated with the Bayou region of which southern state?
New Mexico?
Incorrect. It's Louisiana. Sarah. The metropolitan area of Louisville extends from Kentucky into which neighboring states?
Indiana.
Indiana is correct. And Ashton, final question of the first round. Carson Sink, Black Rock Desert, and Yucca Flat are physical features found in which arid state?
California.
It's incorrect. The answer is Nevada. All right, second round. All of you will respond to the next question by writing an answer on the whiteboard. You will have 15 seconds to write your answer. When I call time, put down your markers and hold up your answers. When I call on you, please read your answer aloud. You will not be penalized for inaccurate pronunciations or spellings so long as it can be determined that you know the correct answer. I will give the correct answer after all answers have been given. Please keep your answers visible until the scorekeeper has recorded the scores. I will read this question twice, so you may not ask for another repeat. Everybody's question, here we go. In the summer, the amount of water pouring over Niagara Falls each second could fill 13,000 bathtubs. Niagara Falls is located on the border between Canada and which U.S. state? In the summer, the amount of water pouring over Niagara Falls each second could fill 13,000 bathtubs. Niagara Falls is located on the border between Canada and which U.S. state? You may begin. Time.
New York.
New York. New York.
New York. New York. New York.
New York.
New York.
New York.
New York.
New York is correct. The next set of final round questions involves a map. Everybody has a map of the United States. Each of you, in turn, will use the information on the map to answer your question. I will give you all a moment to look at your maps. Go ahead and you can look at them. When it is your turn, please look at your map while I read your question. You will have 15 seconds. This round's like the first round. There'll be individual questions for each participant. All right, Nella, your question. What is the, and I will say each question twice in this round as well. What is the highest peak shown in Colorado? What is the highest peak shown in Colorado? 15 seconds.
Mount Albert.
Mount Albert is correct. Ben, your question. Lake Champlain is located on the border between New York and which state? Lake Champlain is located on the border between New York and which state?
Vermont.
Vermont is correct. Tommy, your question. Which Great Lake is farthest north? Which Great Lake is farthest north?
Lake Superior.
You are correct. Zoe, your question. Lake of the Ozarks is located in which state? Lake of the Ozarks is located in which state?
Missouri.
Missouri is correct. Daniel, your question. What mountain range is shown on the map just east of Seattle? What mountain range is shown on the map just east of Seattle?
Cascade Range.
Cascade Range is correct. Nikki, your question. What mountain range is found in northern Alaska? What mountain range is found in northern Alaska?
Brooks Range.
Brooks Range is correct. Josh Kearley, your question. The city of Chicago is located on which of the Great Lakes?
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan is correct. Luke, what mountain range runs through east central California near its border with Nevada? What mountain range runs through east central California near its border with Nevada?
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada is correct. Sarah, your question. The Potomac River flows through which major city shown on the map? The Potomac River flows through which major city shown on the map? Time. The answer was Washington, D.C. Last question of this round for Ashton. The Red River forms part of the border between Oklahoma and which state? The Red River forms part of the border between Oklahoma and which state?
Texas.
Texas is correct. Let's give everybody a round of applause for that round. Everybody's still alive. Once again, each of you will respond to the next question by writing your answer on the whiteboards in front of you. You'll have 15 seconds. I'll read the questions twice, and then we will have you say your answer. So get out your whiteboards. You can put down your maps because those will not be a part of this anymore. Here is your question. Fremantle, the principal port of Western Australia, lies along what ocean? Fremantle, the principal port of Western Australia, lies along what ocean? Time.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Pacific.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean.
Let's give everyone a round of applause after that round. Indian Ocean was correct. Everybody still is alive. The remaining final round questions will require oral answers. Each of you will have a different question, and you will have 15 seconds to give your answer. All right, Nella, you are up first. Your question: Shinto shrines surround Mount Fuji in which country? Shinto shrines surround Mount Fuji in what country?
United States.
United States is incorrect. The answer is Japan. Next up, Ben, your question. Volcanic in origin, the Canary Islands are located in the Atlantic Ocean and administered by what country?
Great Britain.
Is incorrect. Answer is Spain. Tommy. Hammerfest, often referred to as the northernmost town in Europe, is located in what Scandinavian country?
Norway.
Norway is correct. Zoe. The city of Victoria, founded by the Hudson Bay Company in 1843, is located on the Strait of Juan de Fuca in which country? The city of Victoria, founded by the Hudson Bay Company in 1843, is located on the Strait of Juan de Fuca in which country?
China.
China is incorrect. The answer is Canada. Daniel. The easternmost point of the Horn of Africa is part of which country? The easternmost point on the Horn of Africa is part of which country?
Egypt.
Egypt is incorrect. The answer is Somalia. Nikki. The state of Tabasco, which means damp earth, receives abundant rainfall in which country that is north of Guatemala? The state of Tabasco, which means damp earth, receives abundant rainfall in which country north of Guatemala?
Canada.
Canada is incorrect. The answer is Mexico. Josh Kearley. Jura and Lucerne are cantons of what mountainous country? Jura and Lucerne are cantons of what mountainous country?
India.
India is incorrect. It is Switzerland. Luke Nider. The Hague, home to the International Court of Justice, is a city on the western coast of which country? The Hague, which is home to the International Court of Justice, is a city on the west coast of which country?
Great Britain.
Great Britain is incorrect. It is the Netherlands. Sarah, Angel Falls, the world's tallest at 3,212 feet, is located in which South American country? Angel Falls, the world's tallest at 3,212 feet, is located in which South American country?
Brazil.
Brazil is incorrect. It's Venezuela. And Ashton, Tower Bridge over the River Thames is a famous landmark in which European capital city? Tower Bridge over the River Thames is a famous landmark in which European capital city?
Denmark.
It's incorrect. The answer is London. Let's give everyone a round of applause after that round. And at this point, we are down to two competitors to go to the finals. Our two finalists will be Zoe Arcos and Tommy Olson. So let's give everyone else a round of applause, and you guys can go back to your seats. All right, we have a new set of rules I have to read, so. Congratulations to our two finalists who will now compete in the championship round. You will be completing with a clean slate. The championship round consists of 3 questions. I will ask both of you the same question at the same time, and you will have 15 seconds to write your answers. When I call time, you will put down your markers and hold up your answers. Then I will ask each of you in turn to read your answers out loud. I will wait to give the correct answer until both answers have been read. Whoever correctly answers the most questions in the set of 3 will be the school champion. As before, you will not be penalized for inaccurate pronunciations or spellings as long as it can be determined that you know the correct answer. If there is a tie after this set of 3 questions, I will explain the tie-breaking procedures. I will read each question twice, so you may not ask for another repeat or spelling. Listen carefully before writing your answers. Question number 1. Last August, President Barack Obama announced the expansion of a marine national monument, creating the world's largest marine protected area. The Papahanaumokuakua Marine National Monument is located off the coast of which U.S. state? Last August, President Barack Obama announced the expansion of a marine national monument, creating the world's largest marine protected area. The Papahanaumokuakua Marine National Monument is located off the coast of which U.S. state? You have 15 seconds. I think we got answers, so we'll go see what we got.
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct. All right, second question. Archaeologists have begun excavating an ancient lost city in the region called La Mesquita, in which country north of Nicaragua? Archaeologists have begun excavating an ancient lost city in the region called La Mesquita, in which country north of Nicaragua? You have 15 seconds. Time.
Honduras.
Norway.
The answer is Honduras. All right, our championship round final question. The endangered snow leopard is being protected in the Annapurna Conservation Area, which includes the Annapurna Massif, in which Asian country? The endangered snow leopard is being protected in the Annapurna Conservation Area, which includes the Annapurna Massif, in which Asian country? You may begin.
China.
Japan.
The answer was Nepal. Tommy got 2 questions right, Zoe got 1, so that means Tommy is our school champion. So first of all, let's give Zoe a round of applause. And Tommy, why don't you come forward? Thanks to everyone for being a great audience. I think everybody can go back to the room. 6th, 7th, 8th graders, we are staying though. And Mr. Bauer, I believe, has an announcement. So let's wait for Mr. Bauer.